What was your opinion on how you guys
I thought it was give and take. I thought there were some good moments and some not so good moments. We got to be more disciplined and more consistent. And but happy with some things. Again, like not happy with some things. But that's kind of what you'd expect. Fall camp, we're going against an awfully good, highly skilled offense, and Taj is a terrific player. Gets him in and out of good plays, and manages things well. But I've been pleased with our progress. We're finding more and more about our guys and what they can do real well. Just trying to get a little bit better every day in every respect, from attitude to communication to consistency. Both in the run game and the throwing game, leveraging the football, finding guys, best spots, put them in position to have success. So still a process. Still got a ways to go. A little over 2 weeks before we play. We need to get better real fast.
Last year, this team gave up 30 points a game. Is there a number that you say, okay, this is what we're shooting for, this would be improved? What is improvement in your mind?
Well, we need to, obviously, the number one stat in football is scoring defense as far as the defense is concerned. And, it's a big thing that we're emphasizing, and not letting people score, and obviously improving in our red zone defense. You play, holding people 17 points or less, you're going to be probably a top 10, 15 defense. And I think it's all relative to the style of teams that you play. Some conferences want to grind it out, and other teams are very highly skilled and with a lot of precision quarterbacks. So I think that's all relative to the people that you play. But bottom line is you got to play good defense. You got to play physical. You can't let people run the football on you. You can't give up big plays. You got to do the job of leveraging things. And so that's kind of our emphasis.
On the turnovers today, it sounded like there were quite a few. You guys credit?
No. Our guy, Rashard Hall came up with a couple, I know. But turnovers are big. It's a huge part of the game. It's the biggest difference between winning and losing. Is possessing the football, creating turnovers. So, just pleased to see that.
Are you starting to see some separation at those positions you want to see, like strong side defensive end, weak side linebacker?
Not yet. Not yet. Nothing that has surprised up to this point. I think they've got a couple of young defensive tackles that have kind of been, quote unquote, it's been a pleasant surprise to see where they're at this point. That they might be able to provide some quality depth there. Obviously they lack experience, but they both have a physical maturity and ability to move their feet and leverage and use their hands well. So that's been pleasing.
With 17 days till kickoff, are you comfortable with where the defense is at, or do you feel like you're behind?
We got a long way to go still. I've been really pleased with their attitude. There's a refinement that needs to take place. Usually that continues to happen over the course of the year. There's a lot of unfamiliarity with what we do. I still don't know our players and how they're going to respond to, once we come to game day, how they respond to, 80, 85,000 people and being on the road and all those types of things. So there's still a lot of unknowns, but I'm excited. I think that we definitely got the makings and the right players to have a very good defense. And it's a matter of, again, putting in the work and continue to improve on the fundamentals, the technique, the discipline that it takes.
In terms of progress relative to the spring, players reacting better? Are there less missed assignments in this system now relative to the spring?
I've been pleased with that and still not satisfied.
But they are playing faster. They're more comfortable now, clearly.
I think certainly, and I think there's a better understanding of what we want and the language and trust and all those types of things. But it's still a work in progress.
Speaking of your defensive tackle, you're talking about Carlos and EJ, those guys you didn't.
Yeah. Yep.
When will you have to make a decision on Carlos and EJ in terms of whether you're going to play them?
I think they'll determine that the next 2 weeks. And I don't don't know what Coach Sweeney's timeline is, but I think that they've both shown the propensity to help us. So we got, I don't know, 3 guys that we came out in the spring that we said we know we can win with these guys. Some other guys that were battling, and I think these 2 guys have been a pleasant surprise, and we feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, just talk about over there at defensive end, Corey and Vic. Talk about that battle. Is Vic making any inroads?
They bring different things to the table. I've seen marked improvement from a fundamental standpoint, consistent standpoint. We still want more, but they're both going to have to play for us. So play at a high level for us to play good defense.
Have you seen enough out of Tony Stewart to know if this would be a good redshirt year for him? Or
yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know. I think I've been real pleased with the guys that are in front of him up to this point, and pleased with where he is, considering he didn't go through any spring ball. So we'll see. There's still a couple of weeks to figure things out.
If it came up that he was 3rd string coming out of fall camp, then redshirt would definitely be a possibility.
Oh, it's there. We want him to have an opportunity to win a job, and to again, knowing that he's got a lot up against him, but again, he's really exceeded the expectations of where he's at right now. Still being less than a year out of that injury. That's not only had 1, but he's had 2. So he's done well.
So physically, no limitations with him. It's just picking up the system, or are there some?
I think you'd be naive to think that he's right back to where he was. That's not. He's not gimping around, and he's not having any issues in regards to swelling. But he hadn't done that deep, heavy squats and power cleans in well over a year either. Probably longer than that, considering me coming out of high school. So I think his best football is without question ahead of him. I think he has a chance to be a terrific player, and the further removed from the injury that he gets, the more explosive, stronger, faster he's going to get.